Hello YouTube family, James Green, Short Series Shenanigans. So, already got another project to fix something that we are working on other stuff, and you guys, I'm sure, have the same issues. So, right here, the 1x72 belt sander, I was sitting here running, and of course I had my earmuffs on and everything, started making a really loud noise. And I got this used. This is, I've talked about this before, this thing was made in the early 90s, 1990 as a matter of fact, and an old Inco import. Thing's a workhorse. I love it. And I knew it, you know, you can kind of hear some of the, a little loose there on that idler, but so started making really bad noise, screeching, grinding. And this actually fits up, actually right out here. I've taken it all apart already. But you can hear, of course I've blown the dust out in garbage, but you can hear it. It's like really loud screeching. Ah! Or maybe, who knows. But anyway, so I got to looking, as with most import stuff, common size bearings. So it actually has a 6200Z. Now, VXB.com, you guys, I've talked about it in other videos. Great source for bearings. Well, 6200 is a very common bearing, and the last time I ordered a sleeve of 10 of them. So, unique challenge. You think, oh, just press it out and press it in? Well, guess what? So this side's a little deeper, and you flip it over and you go, wait a minute. How come that doesn't? Oh, wait a minute, yeah. So they actually took and injection molded this around the bearing. Not a problem. So what we're going to do, because this bearing is bad, and this wheel is actually fine, don't have to make another one. We're going to put this in the lathe. I'm going to carry you over there. And we're actually going to come in here on this side, that's the more shallow side, and I'm going to bore this out just enough so we can get this to press out, and then we're going to press and Loctite the new one in, but it's mainly a little boring action. Very uninteresting. 10,000 comedians out of a job, and I'm a hobbyist machinist in my garage. So let me move you guys over here to the lathe. Alright, so this is going to be interesting. Pardon the panoramic view there. I'm going to try to get a good view of things. We're still in the process of trying to build. What I want to do is right here underneath the garage, so when this door is open, right here, is build a fixture that comes right across, and right above the lathe here I've got a LED pull chain light. It's the one that was in the other garage that hung above the bridge port. And I'm going to hang it over here so when the garage door is open, and plus even like right now I can turn it on and have a nice bright light like we have in here now. So I'm going to try to get you guys a good angle. I don't know, actually. I'm going to try to go down here to the end like I've done before. I really need to. I'm slowly unpacking stuff, I promise, guys and gals. I'm slowly getting there. Alright, so I'm going to do a zoom in down here on the end. We're going to be doing some action down there. So, we know that, well, let's take a quick measurement here. Alright. Let me back you out here. So how are we going to determine how much? First off, let's give these a quick shot of air. Turn the air compressor off so it doesn't, yeah, that way it doesn't automatically kick on. That's something else, I still need to tie it down. Alright. There we go. Alright. So So what we're going to do, we'll just take an outside dimension. Say, so which 1 inch, 182 thou, which these are metric, they go by metric measurements anyway. So 0. This thing is cold, and I know if you do that a couple times, and yes, it is a left hand. Everyone's like, are you backwards? No, that's actually a left hand, and I love it. So if you go to vxb.com, the vast majority of the bearing sizes are going to be ID, OD, and then width. So we'll just go, this is going to be a 30 millimeter, okay, even though it shows it's like 30.1. So we know that the opening that we're working with is 25.75 approximately, and that's just injection molded plastic. So 25, yeah, 2580. Yeah, it's not cylindrical. So we know we've got to go about 5 mil out, or 2.5 mil per side, basically. And I'm going to zoom you in a little bit. Got a little boring bar in here. Nothing fancy. This is actually a boring bar for a boring head, and that's another. This is an older one that I have that I use for on the lathe. So I flip my jaws around to where I can grab it externally. We're going to see how round this actually is. I don't know. It'll work. So what we're going to actually do is, I'll slide this in here. Pardon the hands, and I may have to. We're going to get a good shot of that or not. Actually, you know what? I'm going to bring you guys over my shoulder here, because I've got too much stuff in the way right now to position you from the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you guys looking over the shoulder. Pardon me while I get, I don't know if that's going to work or not. Actually, yeah, that's another reason I want to build that fixture, so I can hang the lathe, or hang the camera right above the lathe. So that'll be a good shot. Tighten everything down. I'm looking through the viewfinder here. I'm going to leave you guys a little wide, because if I get too close, I don't want to block the view, because it's still going to, a little bit, yeah. And I am, this is frustrating, and I don't want to set it on the machine. So I know we're going to block the view a little bit, and I don't want to. Dang it. Yeah, it's a good view of the top of the tool post. So bear with me. I am going to slide you guys there. I know it's going to be a little bit of the way, but at least you guys get to see. Well, right where I need to be is where the camera needs to be, so I'm going to try to work around the camera. There. So bear with me if I bump stuff. You guys can see what's going on. And I'm going to feed all of this by hand. First I'm going to go in on the inside. And just going to work it back and forth. Now what I was doing there to explain is I was pushing toward And what it would do is it would help cut the plastic off toward the bearing. I'm pretty sure I have to go some more. Let's get a measurement here real quick. This is why I like the left-hand calipers instead of the right hand, because I can reach in here and get a reading and see exactly where we're at instead of this backward right hand weird upside down stuff. So 27 mil, 27.5 mil. So we've still got 3.5 mil to go. Pushing it toward helps it give something to, I have found in doing things like this, because I've done stuff like this before. So right there, 28 mil. Alright, I'm real cautious about making sure I don't cut too much. Too much. In here, get another measurement. Pardon the hand. And we are like almost $29 mil, 29.1. We should be pretty close where it should press out. That's what it's looking like. And there goes the other tool holder. 30 millimeter. Alright. So now that we've dropped it. Get that out of the way. Alright. Let's take this out. Ta-da! Now let me back out. Dogs are barking. They heard some noise. The brave ones. Alright, so I'm going to carry you back over here. We're going to go over here to the big Mamma Jamma. Brave dogs. They're so brave. So we're going to come over here to the... They heard something. Alright. Sorry for the moving around, but... Alright, so what we're going to do now, get in frame, there we go. Alright, basic stuff here. We're going to tap this one out. It should tap out, it looks like. Yep. On the old, so this is to kind of catch you guys up. This I traded for this. It's a Wilton 600 vise, and I love this thing. It opens 12 inches, if not 18, I think, and I love it. So it's awesome. I treat this thing with kid gloves. It came out of an aviation shop. So it was not abused at all. So now that we're just going to come in here with this, and I'm not worried about the old bearing. Take this. It should start to... Yep. See? So we got right on. Yay. Ta-da. So you guys can hear above the dogs, my Datsuns. You guys can hear. Now, of course, I've blew it and washed, and there was some grease blown around in there. But yeah, so it was cast into the item, original from 1990, and we came in here and bored this out. So now what we're going to do, so we don't get it mixed up, old bearing, recycle bin, meaning actual recycle bin. This one we're just going to press it in. Nothing difficult. Ow. Got it started. Well, let's pop it back out. See, nothing ever goes as planned. We've got a spot in here that is... Yeah, I can feel, and I want to leave it. There's a little bit of a ridge, and I want to leave that in there so it'll help retain itself. Because I want to put Loctite in here too. I'm really tempted to, and what I may do if I have room, I don't know if I have time on camera, but what I will look at, and I'll have to dig through because everything is still in organization mode, as you can see. So what I want to do, and I'm not going to spend the rest of the time on camera, but there's a little bit of a ridge in there, and you can see where it's got to get past it. But what I want to do is clean this out. What I would like to do, since that was molded in, is, and I'll just talk you through what I'm going to do, and then I've got to fix those others. But what I am going to do is come in here, and I'm going to look through and see if I have a snap ring big enough. I don't know. I'll have to look, and then I'll put a expanding snap ring in there. Would be ideal, but that was cast into the part. So since I'm here, and I know there's a lot going on here, it's slowly getting things done. I've got a lot of projects going on, finishing up my buddy Rebel's oven. So this is like an 1890s oven door. I've talked about this before. This was completely missing on this side over here. Build it up, silicone bronze, did a lot of welding. Now I put some epoxy to fill up some porosity holes. I'm going to sand it and then paint it. This is going to get matched to the rest of the oven door, and so then we'll get that completed. And this side here had been broke at one time and re-welded with nickel rod. Well, I dug all that old nickel rod out and built it up with silicon bronze in here. Same thing, you guys can see the back side here where I built it up with silicon bronze and then milled. And of course, as you can see, we had, you know, some of the bolts break off, had to drill it, tap it. Well, actually, I milled it all down. Same thing here, silicon bronze. Silicon bronze, what I have found, works great with this old cast iron, cast steel. Heat it up, clean it out. It has a low melting point. When you first start getting, I will say this, when using the silicon bronze, when you first start coming in TIG welding and you're heating it up, preheat everything first to boil out the pores, whatever might be in there. But that first little bit, until you start getting on built up, it kind of, there's going to be a little bit of porosity, which is, you know, the stuff that I was fighting from the old weld, nickel weld here, and then some from where it was joining the silicon bronze to the cast on this side. But you know, we filled up the porosity holes because this is going to all get matched and re-antiqued to match the oven. And I've got to build some stuff here, and that'll be a separate video because the lat channel was missing, destroyed, gone years ago. That stuck, doesn't open, so we're going to create something that'll go through, probably like a mailbox latch that'll go in there. So there's a little bit of an update on that. The Free 99, F-R-E-E 99, what I like to say, who doesn't like free tools? So this was given to me by someone. It's a Snap-on, or it's actually a Safety Clean tank that was rebranded Snap-on. I ordered a new pump from Little Giant Pump Company. Well, actually, they're the ones that make it. Actually, it came through Travers, I believe. But loving it. and got her up and running. Had a lights a little. It's got some connectivity issues. So it warms up, but went over here and we also replaced the outlet and the plug over here because they were bad. 110, and loving it. Yes, this new solvent that I'm using. This is what I use. I like it. Blaster. You can get it from your O'Reilly store. And if you want the part number, it is, let's see. I'm sure it's on here. I usually flip past it. Yeah, there you go. So if you want this same stuff, here's the part number. You go to O'Reilly's. It's part number 5 PWS. Industrial strength parts washer solvent. Now, I love this stuff. They tell you do not dilute. It's 50 state compliant. You can go on and read about it. It's good stuff. I've got 4 empty buckets here. Yeah. So they got the pour tops. I've pried the pour tops off because I'm keeping the metal buckets because I've got some stuff I want to put in metal buckets. But I will say this. I picked up, and I saved this on purpose. These are some gloves that I picked up recently during the Christmas holiday. Picked them up on Amazon. Double one industrial, or they're natural latex industrial glove. Now obviously if you are allergic to latex, you can't wear these. But I got these, I wanted to try them because that solvent, if you guys know, now I did this growing up. When I mechanicked, when I was a kid growing up, we were up to here in like naphtha, and you try to do that stuff nowadays. And so here's the gloves. I love them. They've been working great. Hang them up so they can dry out. Orange on the inside, but they are great. And you guys know that I have a short finger, and so these gloves are actually working well. I was kind of concerned about. They have different sizes. I got the large. I want to say these were like $20. And they've held up well, having to work, and I've got the window open there. They work great in the solvent, so you don't have to worry about, I've had some other cheap dishwashing gloves and stuff, and they tear so easy, especially if you're handling items like valve covers or different things like that. They tear very, very easy. So to me, I've been pleased with these. They handle it. They stay up. They don't slide off very easy. Now, when your hands get sweaty, just like any other glove, but yeah, loving these. So if you guys want to try some solvent gloves where you don't have to worry about, you know, because that stuff, I tell you what, that new solvent, it will pull moisture out of your hands real quick. It's not a good thing. So there you go. Again, I'll show you a picture of this package here. And here is the part number. I will hold it up to the camera. Okay, these are extra large. I will hold it up to the camera, and I got that off of Amazon if you guys want to freeze frame it. Okay. There you go. You go to Amazon. I got those, and I purchased these with an Amazon gift card, along with what I talked about. Is I got a couple of pair of these for the holiday as well too, and I'm loving them. I've been using them like crazy. I love it. They're handy. So there you go. There's a little bit of a mix mash. I don't want to use Ray Cornelia's little catchphrase, but some shenanigans definitely. We've been cleaning up parts for the FE build, cleaning up some rocker arms. These set in the pan. We got to do a little more, you know. They got a little few rust spots on them, but not bad. I'm going to take them apart, clean them up. But we got all the gunk out of them. The build's coming along fine. I'm in the process. I've got two sets of valve covers I'm going to clean up. They're both dented. I've got another oil pan. I'm going to have 2 valve covers, 2 oil pans, and I'm going to clean them all up. I mean, they're both great. We even got the cross member cleaned up. This thing was horrendous. That thing was horrendous. So it's going to go in, and you can see where it rode around for a while on a loose bolt. Okay. So I am actually going to, believe it or not, I'm going to fill that up a little bit right there, weld it up, straighten it up. Same thing over here. It got loose, rattled around. During this whole pickup build, it's not a restoration, but things like that I know might cause a problem, I'm actually going to, yeah, you can see where it's set and rubbed over the years. Something did right there. And that was the exhaust pipe. That's what that was. That's exactly what that was. Not too worried about that. But, you know, through this whole process, I'm going to fix little things like that because it's going to be a daily driver. So there you go. Thanks for watching, you guys. I know Keith Rucker gave me a shout out the other day on his channel. And, you know, I'm loving it. Finally getting everything back up where I can work on stuff in the garage. I still need to sit down and figure out to be able to do live videos because I really want to do that. I'm looking for, that's the goal here within the next, I'm going to say 60 days to be realistic. See, right now it's mid-January, early January 2018. Where did 17 go? Anyway, and so hopefully by the end of March 2018, I will be set up to where I can do YouTube live and just work on stuff through and just, you know, I want to do a lot of videos like that to where you guys can just watch and I can do question and answer while I'm working on, and you guys can see it happen live as it goes on. So there you go. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Again, thanks to all the new subscribers. I greatly appreciate it. For those of you who followed me from the old channel, I've uploaded a lot of the old videos. There's a bunch that I didn't, but the stuff that I thought was relevant and that I wanted to forward into the new channel, I did. You guys, a lot has happened. I'm very, very thankful and grateful to you, the viewers out there, you guys. I really, really enjoy doing this, and I missed not having my YouTube channel up and running. Just busy with trying to get moved and everything, and I took it down. You know, there was just so much going on with trying to move this, getting the house moved, and a lot of other family stuff going on. Like I've always said in my videos, this I do last after everything is always done. Because you guys know in my videos I always say take care of yourself and take care of your family, because remember, at the end of the day, you and your family is all you got. So that's how I decided to take the channel down, reboot it, restarting. I know it was an uphill battle getting everything moved here, but we got it done, and so we appreciate it. We appreciate you guys and gals. We appreciate the support of the channel sponsors that are out there. And I know there's stuff going on to where the Bar Z Summer Bash 2018 is going to be kicking off in June. And so I know Stan's going to be putting that out. I don't know when yet, but I plan on being there. I do. We're looking forward to that. I've got some neat stuff. I'm going to do some builds, some projects. So there's some teasers about what we got going on. Projects for the Bash. Wonder what that could be. There's a little bit of a teaser. So there you go. Like I always say, take care of yourself and take care of your family. Because remember, at the end of the day, you and your family is all you got. Until next time, get out in the garage, work on something. Maybe even clean up your solvent tank and get one going. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.